Good morning. What are you doing out there today? Hey, my name's Tim, and welcome to the very first episode of the Not Square Garage. I hope to explain how we got that name and why I'm actually putting stuff out on YouTube. I have another YouTube channel that I'm doing, but that's piano, so we're not going to talk about that here. So let's get started here a little bit. I'm going to go over and grab a cup of coffee and a couple other things. So what happened around here is that my son is quite the woodworker. He started on an adventure a little while ago. He's a bluegrass guy and plays mandolin, guitar, banjo, all that type of stuff. He's currently making mandolins in his own shop in his house in Akron here. And he's doing quite well with it. It's beautiful work. I can't believe the amount of detail that goes into that. Certainly not what I do. But while he was living with me, he started that business, and he did a lot of his learning and what have you, original work out here in this very garage. And he was using my table saw plus some other equipment that he bought, made it very crowded in here, even when I had a car in here, which he hated. And I understand, because it was took up so much of the room. So he moved out, and when he moved out, he wanted to buy my table saw, and I said sure. And so then after that happened, I decided that I needed to do some of this stuff, and I had to have a table saw. So the first thing I did is I researched DeWalt. I've been a DeWalt fan for years, I guess. And I bought a contractor saw that does very well. And then, as all of us do, I spent a lot of time browsing YouTube. And I found a guy, I'm not sure what country he's in, I'm embarrassed to admit that, but he had a bench, combination outfit. I mean, this thing did everything. And I think it is PA, let me check here because I did print it all out. It's PAOSON Woodworking. He has a YouTube channel. I urge you to take a look at it. So I bought his plans, and at that time, that was at least 2 years ago, plywood was $150 a sheet. And so I started with a Kreg track saw, and everything was in metric. Here's the book that I printed out all the plans. You can see how extensive it is. Quite good. Shows everything I needed to know. I had a cut list, and I blindly went through the cut list, and simply put, my measurements were not as precise as they should have been. And of course, my tools and skill level at that time wasn't what it has become now. I'm a little bit better. And what happened is there's a frame and two carcasses. And the first carcass that I built, and we can back up and look at this, I didn't realize that it was slightly out of square. And after it sat for that evening, after I glued it together, and then came out the next day and realized that it was not square, and my son had a good laugh about that. And being that plywood was the cost that it was, I thought, well, it's not that bad. Folks, it's that bad. If you ever build anything and it's not square and something else builds off the top of that, cut it up, start over. I didn't. I should have. And I learned a lot along the way. What happened is over here, I don't know whether you can see it with that camera angle. Come on over here. I'll grab this little thing and let's see if it works. So over here, all of that, that doesn't work at all. I was doing so good too. Okay. Trust me, I think I'm just going to let this play, because funny things happen when we're doing YouTube stuff. So over here, if you can see down here, this is the cabinet. All these drawers come off of that, and being that they weren't square, it just made the whole thing a nightmare. So a combination of things, and I think I really want to spend a full YouTube, what do we call them? A whole segment on building this device, this cabinet. And we'll go through what it took to make that and how I made it to somehow work. Like I said, his plans are in metric, which, as I have spent more time on this, I seem to like metric even more. It's not always what I work in, but it certainly is pretty easy to be precise. The other thing is I'm constantly amazed at, I'm a computer guy by trade, and I'm constantly amazed at what I forgot from the 5th and 6th grade with fractions and all those type of things. I don't know about the other word workers out there, but man, when it's convert this to this, and I don't want to cheat because you can just say, okay, you know that girl's name. What is this in fractions? To me, that's cheating. I want to be able to do it. So I think that's really enough for today. I just want to get something out there. I have a whole lot of plans. I was talking to my daughter today, and I told her, I said, I really want to get this done, and I believe that I'm somewhat schizophrenic because I get all kinds of stuff that I get interested in, and we talked about it for a minute, and we said that I'm overly stimulated, and I think that's kind of the right word. The point being is what I want you guys out there that are watching this today and hopefully having a good laugh, is that I am interested in so many different things. I probably have 3 or 4 drones. I thought about this when I was taking my walk. I usually spend a lot of time watching YouTube, and there's an awful lot of product reviews. I don't really want to do product reviews, but I will talk about the things that I have since purchased and I use out here, and I find so much helpful and why they're helpful. And so if you're just a beginning woodworker, or you're just getting started in this, or if you just want a Saturday morning laugh like we've already had, I hope, tune in. I'm going to try to do at least one of these every week or every 2 weeks. And we're going to go through all the products or tools or things that I just can't live without. I see them out there on YouTube and I think, ooh, I got to get one of those. So I think that's about all I need to talk about today. Please, everybody says this, but if you found this to be any kind of fun or whatever, subscribe, tell your friends about it, say, hey, this guy's just starting out, but I looked in the background over here, and he's got a plethora of tools going on, and he took a whole 2-car garage. There's my sign that I made. But anyhow, I took a whole 2-car garage, turned it into a wood shop. Now him and his neighbor are making these candy machines and things for the kitchen, napkin holders and paper towel holders, and we're doing it all for fun. So I hope you join along with me. I hope I haven't been boring. I got to get over there to the bandsaw and cut some of these dog treats up, and please don't yell at me. I know it messes the blade up, but got to do what you got to do. So thanks for being with me this morning. This is just the introduction. Remember, the name of the place is the Knott Square Garage. The reason it got its name, my son named it for me, is because that box over there ain't square, but it still works. And I've had a lot of fun making a bunch of other stuff. Is it all square? No. But so what? We're out here to have fun. And if you're a woodworker, if you're a fun worker, if you're stimulated by a whole bunch of neat stuff, stay tuned. We're going to go there. Thanks for watching.